In today's competitive landscape, consistent brand visibility is the key to establishing yourself as a thought leader in your industry. By leveraging our comprehensive media platforms, podcasts, magazines, press releases, TV, and radio, you can position your brand as the go to authority that customers trust. Our cross platform strategy amplifies your messages across various formats audio, print, and video, reaching diverse audiences and maximizing your brand's impact. Whether it's a feature in a top magazine, a guest appearance on our podcast, or a TV interview that captivates your audience, we ensure that your brand becomes a household name. This multi-channel approach not only increases credibility, but also deepens customer engagement, building that long-lasting trust and driving your business forward. Take the next step towards becoming the leading voice in your industry, with us as your visibility partner. Ready for your bold messages to be amplified? Partner and be a sponsor at Level Up Academy by Doc Leland. We have a limited VIP sponsorship available. Email us at lua@levelupbydocleland.com. Subject: VIP sponsors. More intro. It's Thursday. I'm so excited. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up, Susanna. You can hear me. Yay! Okay, I'm switching. Yesterday, you're like, CJ, I can't hear you. Listen, I'm going to keep moving with our streamlining my process to my podcast, right? So I got a lot of DMs. CJ, can you please be consistent and try to be every week instead of like once every 3 months? My followers are like, we need more information. I'm like, fine, I'll start reading other people's chapter soon because they are not sending it to me. And that would be a story tell for you guys. And they're like, okay. So I'm going to be reading other people's chapters starting from Beyond Boundaries because that 90 days that I offer my authors for free has already expired. So now we're moving on to Moving Beyond Boxes. And I believe that one's coming up expired. And then, of course, the Rebel with a Cause is going to end next month. So if you want to read your story and put it in 120 countries, including Audible, by the way. This is one part of media that I also offer for free for my authors club people, right? There's a book club and then there's an authors club. Anytime you write for Level Up Academy, when we publish it, Susanna and I, you can get in for free on TV. You don't have to pay $150 when I ask you to come in. The caveat is you have to show up if you say you are coming because the TV network will cut you off. So we want to make sure that everybody is happy. Now, when it comes to amplification, we're actually looking at the new book that we're coming up called Against the Grain: Finding Belonging in a World of Resistance. And yes, we live in a world where it's bipolar, literally. You have to not be perfect. Oh, but you didn't do this one right. Wait, you have to be skinny, you have to be pretty, you have to be tall so that people will pay attention to you and you can be accepted. Oh, wait, but you don't have to be perfect, right? You have to do this and have to do that because you're a leader. We expect you to. Oh, but you don't have to be perfect. Really, guys? Who you kidding? Who you kidding? You kidding yourself? So, what we're going to talk about is belonging, but also being a rebel. Like, that is also bipolar. Like, you want to belong, but you want to be a rebel. How is that going to work? We're living it. We're living it. It's not balance. I don't want to ever hear that word. Let's find work life balance. Really? You're looking for perfection again. That will never happen. No wonder you're all having anxiety and stressed. I wanted to, no. It's called harmony. Whatever goes your flow, you go with the flow and then dip and go back. Dip and go back. Think of the yin and yang. It's infinity. You guys know that, right? It's infinity. It looks balanced because it's harmonized, not because in itself it is balance. You don't sleep 8 hours for sure, 8 hours work, right? And then maybe 6 hours of your family. Do you time your activity? That is balanced. If you are that person where you sleep 8 hours and you go to work 8 hours to the T, and then you basically spend 6 hours with your family, even then that's not balance, is it? Right? Because that 2 hours is going to be driving in traffic, going to the bathroom, right? All of those eating, right? Chit chatting, scrolling on TikTok, watching our TV, right? Like, seriously, those are the other 2 hours that you're wasting life, right? But it's not really a waste. So, Against the Grain is coming up. We are going to close the author's call on October 31st. Happy Halloween. Oh, I love Halloween. Anyhow, I'm going to shut up now. CJ, shut up now, right? We have a lot to talk about today. But I just want to go through this beautiful soul right here, my dear sister, Susanna. For as long as she have me, I will continue to embarrass her, or I mean, elevate her. Yes, and amplify her. Yes, that's my job. For as long as I live, and for as long as she has me as a friend. And this one right here, brother from another Mister, I will also continue to amplify him, embarrass him. I mean, elevate him, and then we'll go from there. Right? That's just my job, guys. And then, guys, if you're in San Diego, if you know somebody in San Diego, please, I have a lot of giveaway, including being in our live stream as we grow, right? Being in my live stream alone for free on Wednesday gives you elevation, brand, and authority. Who do you know that will give you freely a time of the day with that many followers? Who cares for you? Numbers is just numbers. What matters is the intent behind that numbers. My intention to grow is not just for me, it's for my people who come during me, with me, and after me, because they will be what? Having an impact and legacy and elevating. The name of the game today, guys, is amplification. Right? Your messages could be the best ever in your industry, but if no one knows who you are, you're literally hiding in a closet. Why? Because no one knows you. And that is why social media is so powerful. And that is why that is my job to amplify your messages. Okay? And ta-da! Oh, my bangs have like extra hair. Oh, wait, I don't care because I'm not perfect. So here's the magazine. I just ordered it to be printed physically. So I will show you once I get them. I am looking for 10. I know it's 10, but I was thinking like manifestation. Like, I really want to check in, like the rules and engagements of like the law right there on the universe. When you think it, you can have it. That's true. but it doesn't mean it doesn't come with hard work, dedication, perseverance, and sacrifice. It comes with all of that in a package. It comes with everything. Now, here's the thing. I want to challenge 10 people right now who's already having a 2025 goal. I want to write about your dreams of what's going to happen next year right now in my magazine. Only 10. I only need 10 people. And then, of course, I'm asking for sponsors as well to come in. But I'm having to write 10 of you guys for your manifestation. But next year, we're going to check in with you and we're going to do it live to see if whatever you manifested that I wrote actually became true. And I wanted to do it live where I want to ask you why it came true, why it didn't come true. That way you are having an accountability partner publicly. I think it's so fun. Like, I wanted to do this. And let's say next year, if you're going to do it, I'm going to ask you, I'm not knocking your door. Did you do it? Why didn't it happen? What was the lesson learned? Because the beautiful thing about life is we focus on the negative parts and the drama and the juicy details, but we forget that we can also learn, right, from all that drama, from all that pain. And that way we can extrapolate it to keep us stronger and resolute on whatever we are going to do moving forward in life. So instead of focusing on why I failed, you should focus on the reason I didn't do it. It's because take accountability. I made excuses, right? Like, seriously. So it'll be so fun. I'm going to put you on blast basically on accountability. That's what I'm saying. But it'll be fun. Always. Oh, I'm having way too much fun today. I didn't even have all my coffee yet. This is like I drink only 2 sips. But I'm full of life. I feel good. So I'm gonna bring in my people now instead of me keep talking. There's already 600 in YouTube. YouTube, I love you always. Thank you. I know people challenging us like you guys are not. Some of them don't speak English, but they're here, right? Supporting. And so that is the reason why sometimes they don't comment. Oh, wait, before I bring in Lily, it is happy Filipino Heritage Month. And where is our other sister? There she is, Lady Liberty. Call her from now. Oh, she like talked to the hand. That's what it was. I love it. Except for you, are you wearing some type of red, sister? Or are you wearing black, Angelica?
I'm wearing a black shirt.
Okay, because it looks like we all kind of have like that reddish maroon wine shirt today.
I didn't get the memo.
Sir, you didn't read the memo. The memo was sent. Oh my gosh, I'm loving way too much having fun over here. So let's check in with everybody. Let's start with you, Angelica. So, how have you been? And since you've written in Rebel with a Cause, what are some of the works that's coming in the woodworks for you in terms of writing, living life, and legacy?
Some of the things that are coming up to 4 is I'm going to be reading at the library on Saturday. So I'm really excited about that. I'm also been telling everybody about Rebel with a Cause. We just had an event last night with Richard Nahara, Hollywood producer, and I was able to write in the post because we were writing about he was talking about adversity in the video. So I used that adversity video to talk about Rebel with the Cause because that's what it's about, right? The adversity that we go through and how it really makes a good story because people want to know what's going to happen at the end, right? So I'm excited about all of those things. So I'm going to an improvisation class every Wednesday, and I'm every other Wednesday. So I'm excited about that because it's all about creativity and fun. So those are some of the things that are coming up, and of course, I'm going to be attending your event next Saturday, the 19th. So those are the things that are coming up. I'm really excited about it, and I'll be talking to a few of my friends, see who I'll be taking with me. So those are some of the things that are coming up. I'm excited about. fun stuff.
Oh, I'm loving. There's a lot there. Hollywood, here we come. I'm actually in the works. It's just it takes a lot of time. I'm going to interview a couple of people who's on Netflix and Shudder, and this guy, another guy who's been in TV with all the Hollywood stars coming up. They have a huge project. He's writing a book about Ghost. He's been writing a book for 30 years. So I wanted to get in touch with him. Actually, he's really close to my husband. Don't ask me. My husband never talks to people, I thought, but he does. Um, he literally was like, yeah, I was talking to so and so, and we're going to go and like rent this whole house. Like, it's Halloween, but it's going to be in December. The Whaley House, sister, in San Diego, the Whaley House. The
That's
reputation
spooky.
of,
That's
yeah,
spooky.
yeah. But our family's cray. We love spooky. That's what it is. So even our kids sometimes are like, "Oh my god, it's Halloween!" We celebrate Halloween like it's Christmas. Anyhow, they're going to Red Book and stuff like that. So they're coming. So I'm hoping I can get a glimpse and steal him for a live stream. He's really busy. He's busy. And also another one who's filming in Netflix. He's also busy. But that's why I needed 100,000 subscribers in here to basically flex my numbers. Like, I'm not a nobody. I don't have like 600. I have 100,000, so that's the numbers they look for. Some people said, oh, numbers doesn't matter. It matters to the right people. And some people really look for that because they want to amplify their message. Like when you're leveling up, you don't go down, do you? How do you go up the stairs? Do you go backward? Like, I'm going up the stairs. The stairs is up there. You go up on the top, right? So that's why numbers matters to them, and that's where I'm gonna meet them in there. So that's my goal. And in terms of improv, if you find a class, sister, that is doesn't cost arm and a leg, free would be great. You know how I roll. Coupons free. That's me. That basically gets the drama out of you. Like I'm already dramatic anyway, but I wanted to get that energy into like filming. I have a lot of cameras in my house, like video cams, and I collect them. I don't know why. I could probably use my drone too, but I want to perfect that, like not too dramatic, like, oh God, it's so cheesy, right? But like good enough. I say good enough because I don't have training in Hollywood. My husband does, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if I said that. He trained with all the trainers in Hollywood back in the days. So he could be dramatic too. Imagine our kids. And they're both daughters, just me overly dramatic. My husband can be dramatic, and then our kids. So yeah. But I do want to go to class with you with that in mind, because I do want to know the techniques and the frameworks, right? So that would be so cool. Lily, sister, I want to understand light language one of these days. I'll spend the time. But how have you been with Rebel with a Cause, and then what's going on with your life right now with the books and audios and YouTube?
Yeah, so ever since Rebel with a Cause, since then I launched another Dragon Activation Light Code series, 48 books, and so I am slowly launching them in a way that makes sense. And also as a result, I've been called to set up a membership to support that book series as well. So that is pretty cool. And definitely, I want to do the audio recording for your book. I mean, for your podcast, or yeah. So for the Rebel with a Cause, my chapter. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I am definitely continuing with whatever it is, like my sole purpose to basically help humanity, right? To up level, to heal the collective, and to awaken to who you truly are through normalizing light language, because we all speak it. If you wish.
I love that. That's so exciting. I think I was in the audio room when you said that, and Ennie's basically said, okay, let me breathe. How many? How many? Like, how do we, and there is a way, but I think that it just depends on the purpose. Like, for example, I would say bundle it in threes. I don't know why, but number three is always my strong number on everything that I do. But number it in three. So, maybe you're like, hey, this month we're going to release 3 books. The first week is maybe gearing up to talk about what the first series, the second series, and the third series. And then you're like, okay, next week, the first series is coming out. This is what it is. Then week after that, this series is coming out. This is what it is. And then the third one comes out. This is what it is. And then take a break again on the first week of the next month to describe the next 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then take a week again off to explain 3. Like, I've been thinking about this, Lily, as if I'm your publicist, but I'm just saying, like, because that's how I would roll it. Having 3 all at once might be too much for people who's trying to learn, but also for the people who's already learned might be also overwhelming. Like, if you do, here's 3, right? And more likely, instead of really getting excited to it, they might be like, oof, that's a lot. But if you do 1 week at a time, they can really like kind of see, hey, this is 1 week at a time, even though I do bundle in 3. And then maybe you can even have a bundle of all the bundles for the people who's really ready to like, hey, let me go ahead and expedite. Like, someone was asking me, CJ, your Mike to Millions is gonna takes months to finish. Can you make it where you would be teaching us all of it all at once? I'm like, are you wanting to sit for 8 hours to do the work? Because that's what it would take. And even then, you still have to go through your own journey. But then I was like, oh, I did do 8 hours of economics, advanced econ for a doctoral program. Maybe I can do 8 hours of my Italians. Oh my gosh. But I will have karaoke moments in those times for sure, right? To kind of like cut that monotony. I'm so excited for you, Lily. And thank you for letting me be part of your journey. I really appreciate it. And so was Sister Angelica. Now, Sister Susana, I always pick on her first, so I made her last this time. What is happening, sister? Talk to us.
Oh, we got so much going on. And we still have the book club. And we actually, as we're going through all this stuff, I'm making some notes. It's like, okay, what's going on? We got to do our class for the book club. So we probably should get that done this weekend, because I know, I see what you're saying. and you're talking about threes. I mean, I remember when you had everybody on for numerology. Well, that happens to be my number. So threes are there. But biggest things going on right now include Against the Grain, talking about belonging. I've got 2 more books I want to try and write during the next month and get them out. And one is focused on belonging, and the other one is taking a collection of sci-fi short stories I've got and turn it into a story, basically, into a book, and try and have that out by Christmas. Because we self-publish, we edit, we can do anthologies in a box, we can do almost anything.
Pretty much. I'm working on another book that is about Unspoken Circle. And this is for leaders around the globe. But this is not like anecdote, meaning like it's not about just me and my experience. I'm actually going to add, so it's going to be blend of academic and reality. So reality would be coming from me, but academics will be having research other business leaders out there that you guys are familiar with, like Elon Musk or, Bezos. I've been researching them a lot and their leadership skills, and also the loneliness of being a leader at the top, right? And what can we do to support them, but also what I've learned of the unspoken circle. So you'll hear familiar names like Susanna Dawn, Danielle Manoes, Mike Asher Brenner. They'll be on the book. Positive gossip it is. So that's what it is.
Are you going to hit any of the older leaders?
They what?
all going to be more modern people with the Bezos and the Musk, or are you going to try and go back to like an
No, I'm gonna
Ayatollah
have
or
history.
Ford?
We're gonna do Aristotle. We're gonna do the history because we have to learn from the past to move forward,
Yep.
right? And
I'm a
a lot of
historian.
people only know this, but also because the language and the leadership is for the future children of the world, not America, the world. I'm going to have Mahatma Gandhi, all of these other spiritual leaders will be on that book because it should be inclusive. It's, I might even have military leaders in there because if you look at leadership, guys, which I teach every day, there are different types of leadership, right? Transactional, transformational. Now we have servant leadership, like all of these. It's going to be on that book. That's why I said it's a blend of academic and real and history, and so it's kind of, it might be a thick book. I don't know yet, but it's something that if you pick it up, you don't. It's basically a blend of like 100 books in one book.
It might be a
That's what I'm
trilogy.
trying to do. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Now, Angelica, now that you are going through Rebel, and I know you probably are working already on writing your own book, and I know you got mad skills on creating movies and videos. I know I've seen it firsthand, even a snippet, right, with Beyond Boundaries. Thank you for your support, by the way, sister. I wanted to know, how can we support you in creating your and influencing your mad skills into books? What are some of the thoughts out there?
I guess some of the things that I've been working on with film, I could write some of the things that I have done to teach people on what they could do if they want to start making a film. So that's what one thing. And of course, now that I started with this adversity on Rebel with the Gods, I gotta write more about my adversities because in life we have so many adversities, right? So it was kind of hard to stick to one when you're writing about it in Rebel with the Cause. But those are some of the things that I'm working on, and just on what we could do to make the world a better place. I always try to write something that's going to inspire people to change for the better, if they want to. If they're just looking for something that can help them come out of their shell, and maybe they have a problem and they want a solution. So those are some of the things that I'm looking at writing about. So, and another children's book. I'm going to be writing a lot more children's books because the teachers, when I tell them, they're like, I want to buy your book as soon as I tell them that I have a children's book.
That's
So,
good. That's one thing I love is the diverse ways we can do. I'm actually writing. I'm working. I shouldn't say writing because I haven't really written it. I only have a bunch of pictures right now, but I'm going to write a book for kids using my bulldogs, my English bulldogs and my dogs. I've studied them in my house, like because I work at home. I study the pack. I study the attitude, the I don't give an F kind of attitude, one breed versus another. Yes, this is only English Bulldog and German Shepherds because that's the dogs I have. But if I were to come back, from the Buddhist perspective to be another animal, it would be an English Bulldog, especially Cheerio. She gets away with murder and she looks at me like, I am. You call me fat all day, but you love to cuddle. Like, what are you talking about, human? And I want to have that attitude like, you hate me, but you still need me. Kind of like that. I'm like, oh, that just get it flow. Like, so I've been studying the whole I don't give an F, but then really like the outside seems so rough and tough, but the inside is so gooey and ooey. But the loyalty, let me tell you, if we walk and someone looks at me, she sits there and she growls. And then my daughter, one time I was on the line and it was long and some lady was like saying something and my daughter said, Mom, stop growling. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, Mom, you're growling. Stop growling. We're in public. I'm like, oh, I'm pulling my dad, aren't I? Apparently, I looked at the lady with my look and I'm like, "Arr," like I was growling. I was like, oh, Cheerio is rubbing off on me. So that's when I thought, okay, I need to write a book about that. I mean, not the growling part, guys. I don't want you to start growling, but that attitude of, I don't give an F what you say because I know who I am. And we need more of that type of attitude, not to be mean, because I don't appreciate being bullied or being mean to anyone, but be like self-awareness and self-reflection, right? Because some people leave our life and we're like wondering, why did that happen? I didn't do anything wrong. Da 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 da. We always defend our shites when we should actually look at what we did, truly what we did, and write it down and said, I'm not doing that anymore, because God knows I do a lot of crap. But all I know is that my heart, my intentions is always good, but I always get shied on. So I'm done with that and I just move on and be quiet, because if I say something, it's just going to be mean words and I don't like mean words, right? So I just move on and say, I'm doing karaoke today. So Lily, can you give us, that was a good breath, an idea of a strong mind? How do you have any downloads on light language on how to stay within your mission, even if people are giving you crap about whatever, and said, you know what, you don't understand, it's okay, right? I'm here not for everybody, I'm here only for somebody. It's okay. Because I think sometimes, even though you're so strong and you have a strong mind and you are resolute to what you want, you have a day where you just break down, right? I cried today in the audio room for Carolyn Smith. Pray for her and her daughter. And I know her background. She's being bullied by people here on LinkedIn and people pretending to be her friend, but letting her go. Michelle Ramos also. I really hate people like that who pretends to be your friend and let you go and be in imagine this, guys. We're walking on this forest, all four of us. We're like, oh my God, we're giggling like, oh my God, we're going to have a good content today. And a wolf came and bit me on the leg and all y'all just ran away. I'd be like screaming magical words. If I get out of this, I swear I'll hunt 3 of you down. That would be my words for sure. But for those good friends, you would find a stick, you would find a rock to throw something at that wolf to go away. That's what the friend I want to be in the forest with, not to leave me to be eaten by the wolves, right? You have to look at that. And now I'm reflecting, there are people out here who's deemed subject matter expert in the surface, but their life is miserable because I know they told me, right? But I hate it when people pretend. Lily, tell me, help me understand.
There are many, many topics actually you just touched upon, and I'd love to talk about it. But I think what the major thing is, what I find most important is actually self-love. It's very important to know who you are, to actually treat yourself the way that you would want, or that you are treating everyone else, even if they don't deserve your attention, energy, anything, thoughts, right? You need to refocus and actually pay all that attention, basically gather all that energy back to you. Because the way energy works is, where your thought goes, your energy flows, right? So if you are able to go within and just start to nurture yourself, right? Because your inner child, a lot of us will have inner child wounds because we're little back then and we just take everything so whatever. And even though maybe it's not a big deal if you look at it from an adult perspective, but still, we went through that. They're meaningful to us, right? Maybe we need to heal that. We need to go within. And if we're able to focus on ourselves and just give us that self-love, focus on that self-love, and if we know who we are, then if anytime anybody says anything, because everybody has opinions, right? And And if they say anything about us, that totally does not align to who we know we are, because that's why it's important to know who you are, right? To know who you are. If they say things that does not align to who you are, if they were your best friend, your great friend, a good friend, a whatever, positive, anything, really, are they really? Basically just turn to them and say, wow, thank you so much for showing me who you are, who you truly are. It's time for me to release you. Thank you for that. You know, not being sarcastic, right? But really, thank you. Thank you so much for showing me who you truly are. Now I can release you and I can bring more people into my world that are more aligned to who I truly am. Because the thing is, if you're not really sure who you are, you're kind of like based on external reflection of who you are. So whatever somebody else says, you're like, oh yeah, am I that? Oh, why did they say this about me? Oh, why did they say? But then if they say something about you that you're like, that's not me. Who are you talking about? You absolutely don't know me then. Goodbye. Right. Thank you. Thank you for showing me. Goodbye. Right. Thank you for the lesson. Goodbye. Right. Honestly, like once you go within and you know who you truly are, right, then you're able to, it's a lot easier for you to not be so triggered with if someone else have an opinion about you, even if they're your good friends, right? Even if they're your really, really good friends, right? You'll be like, oh, okay, thank you. Wow, thank you, thank you. Right? So then you had another question, which is something about light language and if that is my current soul purpose, right? Light language. And I know it's absolutely weird for people that have no idea what that is. And, but it is my current soul purpose. And I know it can help humanity. But at the same time, I'm not there to push it. I am not there to convince you at all. In fact, I am actually only there to say, hey, I'm here. If you start to wonder what that is, if you actually happen to come across my transmissions and healing, and perhaps you feel like a deep resonance, and you start to question all that and go, and you start listening to some of my lives, because I go on live like every day, like 4 times a week. And if you happen to come across, and I'll say, hey, you can do it too. I'm not special. My purpose is just here to empower you, to awaken you, to activate you. You can absolutely do it, because I'm here to empower you, to help you realize that everything is all within you. Light language. Why light language? Because if you can speak it, you can heal yourself. You can clear all those dense energies within you. These are daily things that you can apply to yourself, not just like some woo-woo stuff where you have to go meditate like for 10 hours a day and then you can do something. No, I'm here to normalize it. We all have it, right? Or you can just raise your vibration. If you come across this down mood, right? Where you're like, oh, this happened, that happened, because it's all bound to happen. We're living in a 3D reality, right? We're going to experience all those negative emotions, period. It is part of this experience. However, once you actually tap into your soul dialect, your light language literally is a vibration of your soul, right? Then you are able to raise your consciousness. I don't like to use the word spirituality because that feels without, like meaning it's outside of you. Consciousness, it's you, within you. So if you're able to raise your consciousness level, then when you approach those negative experiences, again, which we all will experience, you'll look at it from a different perspective. Just like the friend that goes, you're like, thank you, goodbye, right?
Yeah, but like, please return to sender that negative energy right back at you.
Yeah, it's like, right? No, it's, yeah, okay. Thank you for showing me for who you truly are. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's what
Right?
I
Like,
did
honestly.
last week and this week.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I said bye and I just unfollow and disconnect because you do know, you feel the energy, you feel the drag, you feel the negativity. And then I looked and I'm like, why am I people pleasing? Why am I keeping these people as connections when I truly, deep in my gut, do not agree with my feelings right now with these people? And sometimes too, Lily, I don't have proof. We are always looking for proof, right? Like evidence that they're doing something bad for you to let go of friendship. Sometimes I feel like my gut is wrong. Like I want it to be wrong, but it's never been wrong. Like it's so crazy. My head is wrong. My gut's never wrong. Like Susana, I made so many excuses for I want my gut to be wrong. And Susana's like, sis, you know this is not wrong. You know. So I have people telling me, right, that I want them to tell me, CJ, you're wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm not because it's coming from my gut. So I love that you said that. Thank you for saying that. Um, because that means I'm on the right track. So you just validating what I need validation right at this moment. So I appreciate that energy. And if I get low energy, I literally, if you see me in my house and my window is open, what the heck is happening in that house? I'm flailing, I'm dancing, I'm singing. Like even in my classroom, I have 70 something year old students, right? And they're like, Dr. Leland, is Journey coming in today? I'm like, yep, we got Eagles, we got Journey, because I love old songs before my class starts, because I really truly believe that when you're happy and your brain is relaxed and it's happy, you can take more information, right? Because you're at that state of give me, you're open, right? You're open. But when you're in a state of anger and fear and disgust and like, ugh, right? Everything comes in. It's like, I hate this, I hate that, I hate that, I hate you, I hate that, like it's just what it is. And I've noticed that, and I'm trying to be intentional. But for the last 3 days, I'm feisty. I'm just saying. So Sana, your turn, sister.
Yes, feisty.
Yeah. You get the end of the stick. You're like, okay, I'm just listening. But I've seen her growth. I've seen your growth, sister, and I'm so proud of you. Even in the last 6 months of your growth, I truly am. I know that at the very first beginning of our friendship, you had a little bit doubt of me, I'm sure, because that's just normal. We don't trust people right away because we've been hurt, right? But I wanted you to discuss on belonging and how important it is for you to belong but a rebel at the same time, based on our friendship, our business, our frenemies, our journeys, all of that.
Oh, how much time do I have?
Not many. 5 minutes.
It's really been a lot when we look at it. And I'm just going to start with the most recent stuff because I know we're connected in many ways. The energy that you're feeling, I'm feeling the same thing. I've done the same disconnections. And it's like when you let that negative energy go, belonging is being your authentic self and being able to walk out the door without the mask. Walk out the door and be who you were created to be, not who the world is trying to tell you should be. And whatever it is that we got that we're hiding, because we hide all kinds of stuff behind a mask, especially the things that we're afraid of what other people are going to say, or if they learn it, how they might change how they treat us. So how can you belong in a world that's resisting you? And that's how we put this book together. The world is resisting us because it's saying you have to fit these boxes, you have to be defined, you have to be certain ways, because that's how the individuals are now going to view us. Yet when we can walk into a space without the mask as who we are, that doesn't mean we have to tell everybody what was behind the mask. But it also means that if somebody walks up to us and says, I hear that, you can resist them and say, whether it's true or not, it's really none of your business. So being able to step out into the world, we're actually resisting the world's push on us to find those places where we're safe. The rebel is moving from the worldview to be ourselves, and belonging is being in that space. And it's going to be different size circles. You're going to have that very inner circle where you can say anything. You can say the things you're afraid to say of because maybe in the past it pushed people away. Here, you're not judged. It's like, yeah, I know you went through this. We're here for you. We're not leaving. Okay? Get this through your head. We're not leaving. Done. And then you've got the next circle out that is people that you can let know or people that you just have that connection with. And you can open up to them. It may not be the same as the inner circle, but they're still important. So belonging it's so much, quite frankly. And it's such a huge topic, but the bottom line is belonging is being your authentic self, and being your authentic self means you're not trying to fit in and conform to the world. How's that for a simple sentence?
I love it. There's
Now
so
I gotta
much in
record it.
belonging. There's so much in rebel, right? What
Uh-huh.
I want to do, because we do end, and I wish I could have like a 3-hour conversation because I really love the energy that we have in here, sisters. To be honest with you guys are so amazing. If I haven't told you that, like, you are amazing in your own space, and I appreciate you so much. And for everybody who is also in here, Angelica, I'm gonna go to you and ask you. We have, let's see, 46. We have maybe less than 10 minutes, but I wanted to go around the room and ask them if you were to advise someone about your journey to belonging and to question the status quo so you can help others, what would that be?
Uh, my advice on belonging would be to make sure that you're around the people that are going to support you and make you feel like you belong. Uh, Make sure that you also are contributing to your tribe, you know, and you're going to recognize it when it's your tribe because of the way that you feel when you're around the people, right? Because, like you said, you get vibes. And when you get the vibes tell you, hmm, and that's really amazing. But those are some of the things that I would say about when it comes to finding your tribe and being around the people that are gonna help you grow. And sometimes you just have to reach out to a person when you see somebody, like, let's say we're in an audio room and you see people that you feel like you connect with, reach out to them and DM them and, you know, tell them you want to connect because of such and such. And it really makes a difference when you reach out because some people don't know. Some people don't know, so it's important to do that. So that's did you ask me something else? Was there something else in there?
No, no.
Okay.
I think that is the message in there is that gut and the vibe. And I'm done with feeling 80-20. I think that's my new rule. And it's Tyrell. I'm sure he's watching the replay. He kind of awoke in what I already know, but I wasn't intentional about it because it wasn't in my peripheral. But stop putting your energy on people who give you 80-20. What that means is that they give you 20% and 80% they're holding back. Or maybe they give you 80% and the 20% is something that they're holding back. Stop. I think Oprah said that, Gail said that. I was watching all of these people, women, especially in colors, right? That they're saying, hey, or women in general, I don't know why we tend to keep people around when they're not 100% for you. If you feel the him and the ha, the yeah, good job, that sarcasm, good job, let it go. I don't want to sing Let It Go right now, guys, but that's what every time I hear that word, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to sing Let It Go, but I'm not going to do it. ADHD moment. But seriously, if you are not 100% for somebody, and if you feel that 100% is not that you're getting, let that friendship go, let that whatever go, right? Because here's what's going to happen. They might start at 80% of their energy for you, and they're going to hear things about you because everybody is always looking for you to mess up. Everybody is always looking for you to make some move that is wrong. The moment somebody says, oh, CJ did this. Oh, that 80% went to 70. Oh, that 80% went to 60. Oh, that 80% went to 50. And at this point, you really feel that in your gut something is wrong because they were not at 100% for you in the first place. So my advice is if you feel in your gut that this person is not 100%, don't keep them. Just get rid of them. Bye. Like Lily said, thank you for showing me yourself. You can exit now. Bye-bye. Right? Like here's a lollipop. I mean, literally. Lily, what say you? What is your advice for people out there who's new to light language and is going through negative energy right now? What would be your parting message in like a minute?
1 minute. Just be you. Like, honestly, like, with regards to light language in 1 minute, okay, if you, because I was thinking of some other things I wanted to say. So I'm going, okay, with light language in 1 minute, honestly, just do it in private then. If you're actually if you're actually starting to activate, like start to speak your soul dialect and you're still afraid to share it with others, just do it on your own when in your privacy of your own home or whatever, with your pets, plants, they will absolutely benefit as well. Play with them with your light language, heal them, right? Work with them, practice with them. That's my 1 minute advice.
I love that. I'm going to practice with my dog. Let's see if I can heal her attitude soon. She got bad attitude. Let me tell you, she's demanding. She growls at me. She barks at me when she wants to go to the bathroom or she wants to be petted. If I pet her the wrong way, she gives me this really intense like left eye. I'm like, ooh, okay there, Miss Attitude, She doesn't have to speak though. I can tell in her body language that she's displeased with what I'm about to do or not doing. So I would love to elevate my facial expression that I don't have to speak and I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm angry. Like I want to be there someday. Sister, what's your parting message?
Be yourself. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to conform to whatever box everybody else is trying to stick you in. You want to find that space of belonging, then take that risk. Move beyond those boxes that everybody keeps sticking you in or telling you to get in. If you know who you are at your core, then figure out who's trying to control you so you take it back. Take that first step out of the box. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. But once you are out of that box, then you're really going to be able to find where you truly belong. You're going to find the people who resonate. And when you talk with them, when you're around them, when you sense them, you've got that comfort level. You're just like, I'm home. This is where I belong. And you started talking about this at the beginning, sis. It's like, yeah, I don't see us going anywhere because I told you, I see you as my chosen sister. And the biggest thing was you turned around and said the same thing back to me. And that was the first. You were the first.
You know what? For Halloween, I think you should get a moving box, put yourself in it, and then take a GIF or like a movie. And Angelica, I'm sure, will help you. And then just ta-da! Break out those boxes and then butterfly wings and lights comes out. I don't know why. That would be a so cool reel for Instagram. I was thinking when you were talking about boxes, right? I know I go crazy. 60% of my brain actually is very structured and 40% is creativity. And I'm an emotional being. So I have, instead of responding, right, instead of reacting when I'm mad or I'm angry or sad, I take a moment, a long pregnant pause, and then I breathe, I sleep on it, and then I will respond. There is a difference between reacting and responding. And when we're angry, we're actually reacting, not responding. And there's a study in the brains out there that it takes about 90 seconds for your brain to kind of grasp what's happening, but sometimes our emotion takes over, so then you react, and that's when murder happens. And driving here in San Diego happens when we're like, ah, brr, like literally, right? Because it's traffic. But what I can give you guys is this: love yourself, not just outside but inside. Feed yourself with positive words, listen to your gut, and keep looking. Even if you're hurt or you've been hurt by people here on LinkedIn or on Facebook, don't give up. Keep looking for the tribe that you belong. Keep looking for the village that you belong. There are really good people here on LinkedIn, but just like anything good, there's also bad people on LinkedIn, right? With bad experiences. I wouldn't say bad. There are some really bad people, but I would say just people who are very hurt, who hasn't done their job to heal themselves yet. But I'm not your mama. So I cannot heal you. You have to heal yourself. What I can do is say, ask Lily. I can't do this energy thing. It's just not me, right? So, and if you need videos and audios and amazing things, go ask Angelica. If you need somebody who listens to you and writes and helps you, ask my sister. Me, I can do a lot of things, but I go with attitude and vibe. So if I don't like your attitude and vibe, bye, return to sender. I don't have time for it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And E360 TV will have this on your Roku channel, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Also, if you want to download the app on your phone, both Samsung and iPhone, E360 TV or E360. Yeah, I think it's E360 TV. Let me look it up before I open my mouth. And then you can find this in about 4 days on the television. Thank you guys so much again. Love you guys, both YouTube and my television show network. Bye, everybody. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye,
Love you
love you
guys.
guys.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.